weather seems nice today. Seems like the sunlight's in one side and all the clouds are on another. And what was going on today? A lot of interesting stuff actually. I guess the first one was kind of interesting is how it says here there's a Walmart store that's going to replace every single, I guess, cashier. It says Walmart Terrace to replace cashiers with self-checkout counters and preparing online grocery purchase service. Most stores usually have both. Basically, you can go out of the checkout line with an actual person or you can do self-checkout. But yeah, I guess this one they're trying to do it completely with just automated self-checkouts. This one says Walmart's replacing cashiers at its Terrace store with self-serve checkouts this summer, making a test project along with a select number of other outlets in Canada. Our business is transforming and we're relentlessly focused on making our store simpler and faster for our customers. That's why we're constantly innovating and trying new initiatives so we can be the very best retailer. I know apparently there were some McDonald's as well that were actually going to replace people. They're saying it's because of during these shutdowns or whatever, it's harder to hire people or something like that, more expenses. Makes me wonder if this will be the norm anytime soon, just because of all the issues right now with things like shutdowns in a lot of places, not fully back up. And this was a weird one. Imagine this. This was a SkyTrain passenger charged for carrying shotgun in sweatpants. Transit police spotted a large item protruding from the man's duffel bag and something else tucked down the front of his sweatpants. When questioned, the man allegedly stated that it was a pipe and pulled up his shirt, exposing the butt end of a shotgun. Transit police said in a statement, the officers immediately arrested the man and safely took him into custody. Man, who does that? Carry like a shotgun or whatever into public transit? Where you're just going hunting or something and let me casually just bring this with me on the transit. And this was kind of interesting because it made me wonder whether or not things like drone knowledge tests and all that in various places around the world actually have to do with drones, or are they still like over the top for the most part? So it's interesting reading this one. It says local police officer earns FAA drone license. Back in October 2020, Albertville police and fire departments each received an anonymous drone donation. Since then, select personnel have undergone special training in order to be able to pilot the drones when needed. APD officer Joey Martin recently earned his remote pilot UAF license issued by the Federal Aviation Administration. And he says here, quote, "It was pretty hard. It was more than I thought it was going to be just to play with the drone in there." I remember some people actually writing in the comments and stuff saying they were going to change some stuff, for example, like all those weather questions that are completely unrelated to how a drone operator operates for the majority of people. For example, you want to know whether or not it's good to fly a drone? You go outside and you look, for the most part, as opposed to how manned aircraft do it, where they fly so high and so forth. And this other point got me thinking too, because what are they flying here? It says they're flying a DJI Mavic 2 Enterprise Dual. And when would they use it? It says someone that runs from us, we would use the drone to locate them. But they do say here, the department may go days or weeks without needing to use the drone, or it may need it more frequently depending on the situation. So far, it's been deployed a few times. That would be the concern there, because again, in terms of training and stuff like that, I think that would be the biggest concern, or whether or not they're actually getting practical flying experience. Imagine not using this, I don't know, for a couple of weeks and then all of a sudden, oh, take it up and fly it now and the guy's all rusty. I would assume that would be more of a situation where someone would create an accident and all that. Kind of like here in Canada, right? It was the police that crashed their drone into a helicopter. Other than that, just having fun watching all the E3 stuff, looking at all the new announced games or ones that are coming out potentially. I guess the biggest surprise was what? A new Metroid apparently coming out and a new Zelda eventually. It looks kind of cool. It's actually been a while since I actually sat down and just, I guess, relaxed and played a console game for a bit. And interestingly enough, in terms of quote drone training and all that, I think this is where I got most of my skill, honestly, because it's so similar with the controls and stuff like that in terms of a video game and using a drone. In my opinion, it taught me more about safety and stuff, how to fly a drone versus, again, questions about clouds and all that. See you guys later.